The Wayback Machine, a part of the Internet Archive, plays a crucial role in preserving digital history. In an era where much of our history and information is stored online, having an archive of old web pages is essential to ensure that the past isn't lost or altered. Digital records can be easily changed, deleted, or manipulated, making it possible for facts to be rewritten. When archives are altered or lost, it only takes a generation or two for history to be forgotten. This makes it important not only to keep physical copies of historical records but also to protect digital archives. The Wayback Machine allows users to view past versions of websites, providing evidence of changes or deletions. It is a vital tool for researchers, journalists, and anyone who needs to verify facts or track changes over time. It has become especially important in situations where web content is altered or removed, providing a snapshot of how things once were. This capability is critical in maintaining accountability and preventing historical revisionism. For example, if a significant news article is edited or a definition on a dictionary website is changed, the Wayback Machine provides a record of what the original content was, allowing people to see the changes made. However, the Wayback Machine recently faced a significant challenge when hackers breached its systems, compromising over 31 million records and causing a temporary shutdown. This led to widespread concern online, with many realizing the critical role that the Internet Archive plays in preserving the web's history. Users worried that without the Wayback Machine, much of the digital history could vanish forever. When the Wayback Machine resumed its services in a limited, read-only capacity, people urged for stronger support and funding for this tool to ensure its future viability. The vulnerability of digital archives highlights how fragile the Internet really is. Unlike physical records, which can be difficult to destroy, digital data can be erased or altered with relative ease. This poses a risk to the preservation of history and truth, as misinformation or altered records can quickly spread without a reliable archive to counter them. The loss of the Wayback Machine or any similar archive could lead to a situation where entire events or facts disappear from the public record, allowing a rewriting of history. Despite its importance, the Wayback Machine and the Internet Archive face not just technical challenges but also legal battles. Their approach to archiving, which includes creating digital copies of books and music without explicit permission from publishers, has led to a series of lawsuits. During the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, the Internet Archive launched the National Emergency Library, which allowed multiple users to borrow digital copies of the same book simultaneously. This move, intended to address the surge in demand for digital books while schools and libraries were closed, was met with resistance from publishers. They accused the Internet Archive of distributing their content without proper authorization, which led to a lawsuit. The legal challenges are ongoing, with the potential to reach the Supreme Court, which could decide the future of digital archives like the Internet Archive. The publishers argue that the Internet Archive's practices infringe on their rights, while the Internet Archive maintains that its actions fall under the principle of fair use, providing critical access to information during times of crisis. Additionally, music producers have also filed suits over the archive's practice of making digital copies of music. The outcome of these legal battles could have far-reaching implications for the preservation of digital history and how accessible online content remains in the future. Aside from legal issues, the rapid advancement of technology, particularly artificial intelligence, AI, poses new challenges for the Internet Archive. As AI continues to evolve, it becomes harder for the archive to keep up with the pace of change and to ensure comprehensive records of everything happening on the Internet. The increasing complexity of the digital landscape makes it more difficult to maintain a comprehensive archive. This has led some to call for support from major tech companies, such as Elon Musk's X, formerly Twitter, which they believe could help stabilize and support the Internet Archive's mission. However, the lack of assistance from larger tech companies also highlights a broader issue. Many of these companies prioritize profit over the preservation of open access to information. The Wayback Machine situation underscores a broader problem of how fleeting digital information can be. In today's world, where information spreads quickly and is often manipulated or retracted, having an archive is more critical than ever. News outlets and publishers can issue corrections or retract statements quietly, making it difficult for the public to track changes or hold them accountable. By keeping records of what was originally published, the Wayback Machine helps ensure that people can see when narratives change and can understand how information has been manipulated over time. One notable example is the change in the definition of terms like recession or other politically charged terms, where definitions are quietly altered online to fit current narratives. Without tools like the Wayback Machine, it becomes easier for organizations or governments to gaslight the public by altering information and then denying that any changes were made. The ability to access a historical record of web content provides a critical counterbalance to such practices. Furthermore, the challenges faced by the Internet Archive raise important questions about the future of digital preservation. How can we ensure that the records of our time remain accessible and accurate for future generations? As more of our lives move online, the importance of digital archiving becomes more apparent. Yet, the potential for legal restrictions or technological challenges could undermine these efforts. The ongoing struggles of the Internet Archive illustrate the precarious position that digital preservation efforts occupy. The Internet Archive's fight to maintain its place as a guardian of online history is a reminder that preserving the past is a complex and often underappreciated task. Its ability to provide proof of what once was is vital in a world where information can be so easily altered or erased. As digital records become increasingly central to our understanding of history and society, the need for reliable and accessible archives like the Wayback Machine grows. The importance of this issue cannot be overstated. If the Internet Archive and similar initiatives are weakened, the ability of the public to access truthful information and maintain a record of the past could be severely compromised. This is why supporting the Wayback Machine and the Internet Archive is so crucial, especially in times when truth and transparency are under constant threat. As people come to realize the value of these digital preservation efforts, it is hoped that more will support the initiatives that ensure history remains intact and accessible. The story of the Wayback Machine's challenges is also a call to action for people to value and protect digital archives. The preservation of history, both digital and physical, is a collective responsibility. By recognizing the significance of the Internet Archive and advocating for its survival, society can ensure that the past remains available for all to see, study, and learn from. This effort is vital for maintaining a society where history cannot be rewritten by those in power, and where the truth remains accessible to everyone.